Guys, you won't believe this. I ran into this mysterious old figure today, and he told me that if I could lift a mighty hammer, I would ensue the powers of a god. And yet, somehow he brought it here to me, and dared me to pick it off of my floor. But I still get the powers of a god either way, so maybe I can. Let's see. Because he said, "He who deemed worthy and who lifts his hammer possesses the power of Thor." And I've always wanted to have the power to shoot lightning. Mother. Wait a minute. This isn't the hammer of Thor. Hello and welcome to Lady Universe Movie Review. I'm your host, Lady Universe, and when I'm not going around pretending not to be the god of thunder, even though I am, I mean, let's face it here, they don't just give any stupid fool a mighty hammer. You silly humans, you don't know the power that we possess. I possess no power. And I'm here in my own universe reviewing movies, and for quite a while, for basically a few days, more than a few days, I will be reviewing all four Thor movies. So basically consider it like a Thor perspective, I suppose. Now, you keep in mind, I was pretty excited when Thor Love and Thunder was announced, but it wouldn't make sense for me to be like, I'm gonna review Thor Love and Thunder and nothing else, and then forget that these movies do exist. So, I bought the 3 DVD pack because it makes it easier for me to access these, while, of course, getting the other film as well. So, we're gonna start things off with, I believe, the 2008 release of Thor, a film that I have ignored like the plague. Though I can't really specifically tell you the reason why. All I can say is I guess it just didn't seem awesome to me. Nothing against the character of Thor, mind you. He was an awesome character. But I guess I just kind of avoided it after seeing Iron Man, and I wasn't really a fan of that. So I just kind of pushed it off and ignored it. And then, Captain America came out, and that was really good. And then more Marvel films later on during the years came out, and they were really good. So I think I avoided the wrong kind of movie in my sense. So, does Thor deem worthy to handle the hammer, or should he just fall from his grace of Asgard? Let's review. The plot. In the days of old, there were frost giants from Jotunheim that reigned world on the world. That is until the Allfather Odin came to be. The mighty city of Asgard reigned supreme upon the world, while the frost giants were lost in eternity in the realm known only as Jotunheim. But after an attack upon Asgard by the mighty frost giant himself, Laufey, the world was claimed different for Asgard, leading for the mighty Thor, Odin's son, to break the truce and break the promise of his father, which led him into becoming an outcast from Asgard, an outcast as a god. As Thor will once again have to prove that he deems worthy to possess the mighty hammer Mjolnir, save the world, reclaim Asgard from the man who took it over. His own foster brother, or his own brother truthfully, Loki, which will leave Thor into wondering if he can save the world as Asgard. I really did love Thor's plot. It was a great one. It was one that pretty much I haven't seen in the lifeblood of Thor. Yes, I do know that later on his character became from Donald Blake, the guy that could become Thor by tapping the hammer into the ground, until later on becoming the god himself. And I do like that they are references to Donald Blake in this movie, which honestly made me happy because I was wondering how are they going to squeeze that in? And they did a pretty great job of basically leading it in to the film. But however, the film is not perfect, and we'll get to that in a little bit later. But I gotta say though, the cast that they have chosen for this movie was pretty spectacular. I did not expect a lot of big name actors and actresses to be in this, and yet it really did pull it off. The story for Thor was a pretty decent one, and it did do a great job. That is until it reached the climax. See, the climax in a superhero film is supposed to be the big build-up, the thing that leads the charge for the film, and what makes it even more spectacular. For Spider-Man No Way Home, it was the meeting of all three Spider-Men to team up together and face off against the Sinister Six. In Black Panther Wakanda Forever that I recently reviewed, it was Shuri taking over the mantle of the Panther. For Thor, yes, it was him again lifting the hammer and proving that he deemed worthy, but he didn't technically lift the hammer. Odin gave him back the hammer. So technically, Thor cheated. I mean, Loki was going to take over the entire world with the Legion of Frost Giants, but he technically cheated. I also love that they do explain Loki's backstory in this film. And for those of you that don't know or you're not familiar with mythology, Loki and Thor are not really brothers. They're more of like stepbrothers in a sense. Odin, when he took over or attacked Jotunheim, found a baby, and it was a frost giant baby, and it was the son of Laufey. The son of Laufey, the frost giant, would become known as Loki, the god of mischief, torture, and torment. Wrap your head around that. But I do like that they did explain the backstory pretty decently. But again, the story for Thor was written by a great in the comic book industry and also the world of film industry, J. Michael Straczynski, or JMS as he is known as. And he tackled this pretty well. But then the ending happened where Thor destroyed the bridge, the Rainbow Bridge from Asgard to Earthrealm, and then nothing came of it. They never rebuilt the bridge, they never tried to attempt to go back to Earthrealm. Thor just kisses the ass of Earth goodbye when he destroys it. Yes, he does destroy it to save it, but it would have meant more if he went back just one last time and visited the people that, he'd come to know and love in this world. And that's unfortunate that the story for it was a big, giant roller coaster ride, and it went fucking crazy and was really good, and then it just dropped instantly and just stopped. Yeah, the ending of the film had me fucking disappointed. But again, the cast in this movie was really damn decent. The characters. The mighty Thor Odinson is played by Chris Hemsworth, and I gotta say Hemsworth really did own up to the role as becoming the God of Thunder, which I assume was no easy task. Hemsworth did a great job portraying a cocky, arrogant, and also kinda absent-minded person, but he handled it with such decency and seniority that I honestly didn't think that he was just acting. And in my definite opinion, Chris Hemsworth is Thor, and you cannot change my mind because he handled the role so damn well. Natalie Portman comes into the role as Jane Foster, and I do like how they set her up in this film, but I don't like the rushed relationship between Jane and Thor in this movie. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Natalie Portman as an actress. She does an amazing job. But what's the definite thing is that I just don't like how rushed the relationship between them was. To be fair, I wish that they kinda had a friendship and later on developed a relationship with Thor Love and Thunder, but that's just me. But Natalie Portman handled the role spectacularly. Tom Hiddleston plays the role of Loki, and if I know the fangirl, they'd be disappointed if I lied and said that he wasn't awesome, because he is. What I love about Tom Hiddleston's performance as Loki is that he takes his time to lead it up into showing that he is the maniacal asshole and demigod that everybody knows him as. Oh, sure, Tom Hiddleston could have shown off the evil Loki, but he did a more sincere job by showing us that Loki wasn't just evil, but he was misunderstood. He was brought into this world of Asgard by accident by Odin, because Odin saw the good in him, but unfortunately that came back and stabbed Odin right in the ass. The role of Odin is played by the great Sir Anthony Hopkins, and I gotta say, Hopkins does a great job portraying the Allfather. Must have been no easy task for the creative and also dedicated actor, but he does the role so spectacularly that you want to see Odin survive the entire film. And I think Hopkins did a great job also showing the different sides that Odin has. That he's not just a dedicated father, but he also has his flaws. The talented and mighty Idris Elba plays Heimdall, and I gotta hand it to Idris Elba. He does a great job handling the god Heimdall. I really loved his performance. What's a hero without a great villain? And the villain of this movie, Luffy, was played by Ray Stevenson, who, I give him credit, really did a great job as Luffy. Final thoughts. As I've stated, Thor is a great movie. It's a spectacular movie. It does its job very well of handling and crafting the character, and Chris Hemsworth's performance as the mighty Thor was probably the film's saving grace, because Hemsworth is a very credited actor, and really in the role of Thor, he handled it very well. He had to take this arrogant, childlike, and almost in a way pompous character and transform him into this likable character, and I think that he handled that very, very well. And Henderson did an amazing job as Loki to even come back and reprise the role more times than almost as many times as Hugh Jackman has come back to portray Wolverine. So I do sad to say that the film is really good, but overall it can't hold itself together for the life of it. See, the beginning first half of this movie was just so damn good, and it was really satisfying up until knowing what the climax was going to be. But then the fight with the destroyer armor, and then him fighting Loki, and then him destroying the Rainbow Bridge, that all fell apart. I was hoping for a more epic battle between Thor and the Destroyer armor, because the Destroyer armor, in case you didn't know, had the ability to destroy and kill gods. Let me repeat that. The Destroyer armor in the Marvel Universe is so fucking powerful, it can destroy gods. And what did it do? It just bitch slapped Thor. A plus for effort. But the battle between Tom Hiddleston and Chris Hemsworth should have been more energetic, more powerful than it was. Not just having Loki do the same trick over and over, basically on Thor, because he's the god of mischief and whatnot. But not just, it wasn't good for me. It's like, okay, but we can have a more badass fight, right? I mean, have you seen the other films that came out around that time? Or the better fight scene? I mean, fucking hell. Your competition, DC Comics and The Dark Knight Rises, had a great fight between Bane and Batman. This should have been as awesome as that one. And unfortunately, it wasn't. So, I do have to say that the film is a great roller coaster ride, but like some roller coasters that do exist out there, just don't expect a very satisfying end. Or that awkward sex that you just remember. Vinyl Pop Rating. I've just noticed before doing the Vinyl Pop Rating that because that the DVD had 3 DVD covers on it technically, it's going to be kind of confusing for people. But then again, if the name of the video doesn't help you, then I am not associated with it helping you. But the original Thor movie does hold up as a Marvel classic. It is one of the most unique Marvel films that ever have come out, period. And really, they did a great job at crafting the character, which can only bring me hope that when I review Thor Dark World, it does a better job at participating with the character and also maybe bringing in a better battle between Loki and Thor. And yes, internet, because you like to spoil things for me, I know that Loki's daughter is in Thor Dark World. Yeah. Thanks for that. But all things considered, Thor, the original film, I think it came out in 2008. The DVD doesn't say. I'm not sure. I'm pretty certain it did. But anyway, Thor was a very decent film, held itself very decently together, and really tried to bring forth the character that everybody would know and love. Now, yeah, I'm not really that big of a Thor fan, but I do admire the character, and I do think that this film did an awesome job handling what I remember about the character. Yet, once it rises up, it falls flat on its face. And that's why my vinyl pop rating of Thor is going to be an Aquaman. So, that is my Thor review, and guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And just to let you guys know, Wednesday I will be reviewing Thor Dark World, and Friday I hope to review Thor Ragnarok. And in case you're wondering about Thor Love and Thunder, well, that's the confusing part. See, I do want to do a kind of birthday haul kind of video on my birthday. Which is the 20th, by the way. So on that day, if I do a video, or you guys can do it on Twitter, link in the description down below, you can wish me a happy birthday. Don't do it right now, that feel too weird. But I'm either going to do it the Sunday before my birthday or the Tuesday after. So I really don't know and I can't say. So just be patient until the review comes up. Even if it comes up later than expected, please just be patient is all I ask. So, be sure to be tuned in for my review of Thor The Dark World. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And tell me what you thought about Thor in the comment down below. Do you agree with my criticism? Do you disagree with my criticism? And are you going to put my balls in a vice because I made fun of your very, very favorite Marvel character? Please don't do that. I'm sorry if I pissed you off. Just let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you Wednesday when I review Thor Dark World. Until then, guys.